Hey guys, I figured this would be a good opportunity to make a video on how to replace the pull rope on a weed eater. This is a Husqvarna 326 and it's going to be the same for just about any type of weed eater. The only thing different is how your cover comes off. It holds your recoil in there and your spool. And I'm going to skip that on the video for that reason. But this one's got a bolt here and you got to take a plate off the bottom. And you got another bolt down here. A steel will usually have like 3 bolts holding it on. It just depends on the brand, so we'll skip that on the video because once this housing is off, it's going to be basically the same as any weed eater or chainsaw, and the replacement rope is going to be almost the same even on a push mower or something. It's all basically the same, just different size parts and slightly different setups. But you'll understand once you see it and once you work on what you're working on. It'll be very similar to it. Should be enough tips on this to at least get you going in the right direction. So we're going to look at once I get this off the weed eater. Alright, you can see I got the cover off here, and you can see your spool here and the string, what's left of it. And if you're lucky like this and the string broke right at the pull rope, you get an idea of how long your string is. And this is actually too short, so I'm going to make it probably about a foot longer, about a half a foot longer. And sometimes if your rope's in good shape, you can get by with reusing it if it's still long enough. I generally don't recommend that because if it was weak enough to break once, it's probably going to do it again. So I recommend replacing it. And this is number 4. It looks like about the same size. So that's what we're going to be using. That's number 4. Get this offline. It's a lot cheaper by the spool. But if you don't need that much, get it by the foot. Get about at least a 5-foot piece. That'll cover just about anything. If it's on a push mower, you will want a bigger size. You see this is probably about a number 6 or 7. Not real sure what this particular one is. But you can buy a little pack at Lowe's or hardware store. It's got the new handle and the rope already hooked to it. That's perfect for a push mower or a bigger engine, but it's usually too big for something like this. And also note this spool's broke right here. One of the cogs that catch on the crankshaft is broke off, so I need to get a new spool for this. Like I said, this is a Husqvarna 326. Right there's the part number for this particular one. So I would have to replace this. It should still catch, but it may not catch it as fast as it normally would because half of the cog broke. So that is something to pay attention to. So you might want to replace that if that was one of yours. Alright, so at this point you're ready to take out the rest of the old rope. Just like that. Like I said, if this broke off right at the handle, you can use your old rope and add a couple inches to it to give you your length. I already got a piece here. Might be a little too long. We'll see. And something else you need to do. One end's already been burnt. You don't really need a torch. A little cigarette lighter will work. Be careful when you do it because you get it too hot and you won't burn yourself there. Alright, now you're ready to feed the string in. There we go. Get it and pull it out something like this. And you want to tie a knot here. You want to get it as close to the end as you can. Just like that, that's all you need. You can burn that a little bit more if you want, but you usually don't have to. And pull it in like that. That part's done. Now, go ahead and feed your string in through the eyelet. And then the end of your handle. Now, if this is on a push mower, sometimes you'll have a rod here. You would tie the string onto the rod like that and it would sit down in there. But most weed eaters don't have that. And a lot of steel weed eaters will have a spring-loaded mechanism here. That way the string will pull out a little bit. You just pay attention to how it was before. You'll be alright on that. And again, you want to get that as close to the ends as possible just to make it look better. Just like that. Now if you look, not all spools are going to have this, but most of them will have a little notch here. You catch that rope in here, that way it won't bind up on you over here. Turn that about 5 or 6 times. Pull it out, get some knots out of it. Twist it up on you and let it retract. You see, I didn't wind it up enough. So going with that, I need about 3 more turns on it. So pull it all out. Catch your rope. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I'm going to work it a couple times just to make sure it's going to be alright. If your spool gets too tight, you might have got too much rope on it. And if it did, just pull some out and just redo this end to shorten it. And you may or may not have to wind it anymore. As long as it pulls back like that, you're good. I got a pretty good pull on that. About 2.5 foot long, so it should be good. Then after you do this, you're ready to install it back on the weed eater or chainsaw or whatever you're working on. Like I said, that's model dependent, so I'm not going to show that on the video. This is just talking about how to do the actual repair on this. So, and on most of them, especially Husqvarnas, you got 2 little rubber pieces here that hold the tank in there. Make sure you don't lose them, where your tank will be loose on it. So, well, if you got any questions or comments about replacing the pull rope on something like this, leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, thanks for watching. Catch you later.